Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. And tonight, in the garden, my little ones took up my shed, the beer room, and I'm demoted to the garden. Although, demoted's not really a thing, you know. I've got a great garden. Well, I should have, I'm a gardener. 30 years, 33 years as a gardener. So tonight, I'm reviewing Fuller's Lime Gose, which is a sour. So yeah, Lime Gose, zesty and sour, 4.0%. You'd think it was a cider, wouldn't you? So visually, it says pale straw, so that's right. Aroma, lemon and lime. Yes, with a hint of barbecue in the background. Somebody's got a barbecue going. Jammy bleeders. Taste is citrusy and tart. We'll get there in a minute. Hops are sours, and malts are acidulated lager and wheat. So we'll pour the rest in. So, it's the chill out review. And I'm in a part of my garden. I've got the dog next to me, watching me, looking at me, thinking, why is he talking to a camera, daft cunt? And yeah, really strong lemon and lime flavours. Really strong barbecue aroma, you bastards. I'm starving as well, I've had no food all day. Bar packet of crisps. I've got dinner coming in a minute. Right, this is a subtle sour. There's definitely a tartness there. Citrusy and tart, yeah, there's definitely a tartness there, but it's subtle. With some of these tart beers, sour beers, that they're overly sour to the point where you drink a little bit and it's like, oh my god, I can't drink any more of that. This is more subtle and it makes for a nicer pint, to be honest. So what glorious weather. That's why I'm outside. I mean, who can fault the weather? If you're going to be on a lockdown and you've got a garden, why not get out there, enjoy the lockdown? Because obviously soon we're all going to work and we're going to be working a lot harder for our money because you're going to be paying a lot more tax. There's no circumstance where we're not going to be paying it all back to the Treasury, what we've took out. Although, me, I'm actually getting paid and still doing a bit of work, but getting me full pay. So I'm not actually taking anything out, but there's a lot of people who are going this Falau thing, whatever it's called, and we're going to be paying for that. But hey, we're in it together, aren't we? As long as we all get through it, that's the main thing. So it's a sour beer, but only just sour. Fuck me, my blinds fell down. Yeah, it's only just sour. And for me, it makes a more mainstream sour beer because a lot of these sours, like I already said, they're too sour. This to me is more for the mainstream and makes it a better beer, in my opinion. So today, with the heat, the beer room's gone up to 25 degrees, which is great because my rosé wine is got a nice head on it like that, which means the yeast is doing its thing. The apple wine's bubbling away better, so that's good because it's obviously warming it up, getting that fermentation cracked on a bit faster. What it also means, with the cherry wine that's secondary fermenting, the heat will help that burn more sugar off to get the alcohol content up even more. So from a home brewer's perspective, it's a win-win situation. And from a pisshead's perspective, it's a win-win situation. I mean, it's about 6:30 at night now, and I'm lucky having quite a, shall we say, secluded part of my garden. And you know, it's nice just to sit back and chill. I've got my new decking area there, got my greenhouse, and that. It's a more conventional garden. It's not as a gardener, I don't want a garden that's already done. Everything's already done, dusted. You know, there's nothing to do. What's the point in that? And I've got a message. Funnily enough, yeah. I mean, I've got an apple tree here in full bloom, and yeah, it's just nice to chill out, sit down, and enjoy a nice pint. Got my little lad over there. He's playing on the Xbox 360 in the bare room, doing the Connect where you wave to the camera, and you have to. It's a bit like me now, waving to a camera, and playing the game. And obviously, he's not been at school now for the 3rd week now, isn't it? And you know, it's affecting mental health of the little of kids, because they're not seeing the mates. It's all right seeing your mum and dad, but your mates are where it's at, isn't it? I've been putting off reviewing this for a while because I have to be in the mood to do a sour beer. But I've got to say, this is as close to mainstream sour as you can get, I think. And obviously Fuller's know what they're doing. Been around quite a few years, you know, 1 or 2 years. Brewed a few beers, some half decent ones, you know. Golden Pride, London Porter, and that's just to name but a few. And the Fuller's and Friends box sets, you know, they are absolutely immense. Fantastic box sets of beers, 6 box sets, and he's moaning because the Connect's not picking him up. So today, you know, you have to limit your contact with news and that, because if you sit there all day watching the news, you're going to be as depressed and as miserable as you can. We watch the daily briefing at 5 o'clock. That's our moment to watch the news. I don't want to watch anything. I don't want to see any news other than that. And the sad news that, was it 800 or 900 have died today in the last day. That's really, really sad. Really scary, really sad. I mean, we've been in lockdown now. This is the 3rd week, and none of us have come down with anything. And nor has my daughter and her son, or my niece and their sons, or any of my direct family. Further afield, some of my family have got it, you know, and they're in recovery from it, or, you know, at least, you know, we haven't had any issues too close to the family. But vigilance, you know, it's a key thing, this vigilance. And I think we're going to have to be vigilant for the next 6 months. You look at China, 3 months they've had it. And I think it's 2 or 3 months they've had it anyway. And they're just coming out now, they're just starting to move around. But not everyone, only certain people. And their lockdown was more stringent than ours. So you can see that we're in it for quite a bit. The only good thing is, and there is a good thing, is that for families, it's a chance to get back to talking to your kids, get back to talking to those in your household. Yes, you're going to struggle for the ones outside of your household, but the ones inside your household, you know, it's a great time to, one, get all your jobs done, because I'm sure, like most, there's 1,000,001 jobs you never get done. And I've done bloody shed loads since I've been doing like a reduced workload. Put a new decking area in, sorted out the beer room, brewing like a twat. And as soon as the apple wine's done, that's going into a barrel, and then I'm on to me white wine then. And I've already got my wife's friends turn around and says, "Oh, when this is over, we'll be round. Drink your rosé and your white wine and go in your hot tub." And for my wife, that'd be great, because she'd be able to have a good chinwag with friends. And Oh, I can really smell that barbecue. Utter fuckers. Starving. I could just slap a nice steak on a barbie now. Although that sounds like smells like someone's burning something rather than a barbecue. Every time I turned the barbecue up the other day, it caught fire. So if I'm there next to me, I ramp it up, try and get the burgers cooked a bit faster. So you cook them slowly, cook the insides, then ramp it up, get it cooked nice and fast. And then what was happening? It's all burning. It's not what you want. So the air's got to this now, and it's a nice pint. Probably, I've had some sours that are so sour, that you'd have to have them in shots rather than a pint. But if you like your sour beers and you want something that's a little bit more subtle but still sour, this fella is right down your road. Zesty, soury, proper job. But that's a different beer altogether. I mean, as the world's population, we're going to be paying for this for years to come. There's no, you don't pause everything for 3 months and not pay for it back for a while. But what price is humanity? There's no price, is there? You would pay anything. If you had billions, you would pay billions to keep people alive in your family. And in that respect, I was amazed by how much the British, the government are doing, and I have so much respect. I've had no respect for MPs for years over this bloody Brexit and the indecision, prating about yes, no, all that for 4 years, and then Boris got the job. Fair play to the bloke. He was always there, and I respect what he was there for. But these people, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, the Foreign Secretary, the Health Secretary, the way they bring themselves across, it's been amazing. I have nothing but respect, serious respect for them. They're doing a fucking tough job at a time when, in any country it's the toughest job in the world at the moment. And we all ought to remember all the rich ones that did their best to do their dirtiest to their employees, whilst they kept their money. And footballers are on that list. People like Wayne Rooney, plays for Derby, Forest fan. Obviously, you don't like Derby because you're a Forest fan, but in the real world, we're all together. Banter's banter. But for him to come out and say, "Why should I give up my money?" I think, because all that means to you is money. I'd rather, if I was him, and I could afford it, and he can afford it, make no bones about it, these people can afford it, that there ought to be a fund where all the rich footballers, all of them, donate to a fund to support all the other footballers in lower divisions that are all struggling to make ends meet, to clubs. There's loads of people who are on the breadline. Yeah, you might want to not lose your 30% of your wages, but you really should donate. And that don't just go for footballers, it goes for all rich people. Because without the underlings, without the poor people who got you into your jobs, you wouldn't be nowhere near what you are. Something to think about anyway. I've got no money, so I've got no one to worry about. I've got a few bears, I've got a shed, got a nice garden, got a great wife, got great kids, and a good family on the old. And that's really all it is, really. And I've got, and funny as it is, I've not got a bad job, really. And my respect for that job is up there. Any job that says to you to change what you're doing, to only come in to do a certain job that's emergency, got to be done. It can't not be done, and then to go home and go and sit with your family and escape from the world, and that the respect I hold is at my utmost. Respect is a massive thing, you know. Companies these days are so shy of respect. If I owned a company, I'd be respecting my staff. Yes, you want to turn a good profit. Yes, you want to get it done, the work done. But you've got to respect the individuals. And someone's playing music in the background, can you hear it? So anyway, straw-coloured pour. Lemon and lime on the nose. On the taste, lemon and lime on the taste with a sour tartness to it. And I've got to say, it's one of the best. If you've never had it, God knows where I got it from. It must have been Waitrose, I think last year. Oh, it's got a date of July 20, which means it probably was about Waitrose last year. And, or Ocado. His music's crap, innit? If you can hear it. But anyway, yeah, really nice. Top quality, mainstream sour. This could go on a bar in a pub on a draft. It's that mainstream, and that, I think, for the sour beer industry, if you're looking to bring a different type of beer to the mainstream, you've got to make it accessible. This makes it accessible. The strength 4.0% is a good strength because it's Carling strength, Foster strength, you know, and most fruit cider strength. But anyway, yeah, really decent, top notch, and wow, out of 5. You know, you've got to respect what it is and what it comes across as. It's got to be about a 4.4 out of 5. You know, there's a lot of beers probably taste better than this in their certain setting, but for what this does and what this comes across as, it's top notch, and I can't fault that. And I'm glad I drank it now. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks everyone for subscribing. They've gone up a few in the last few days, and you know, it's nice. And thanks for the lovely comments. Apart from the fake ones, what the bollocks is it with fake comments? Keep up the content, dude. And you think, fuck off. You know, I know a fake comment. You know, I have my own website, and I can spot the fake stuff a mile away. And there's nothing I can do about it because YouTube, it's up to YouTube. I've reported many of them, but they still keep commenting, so just ignore the fake comments. I don't know what that's about, but we know who's commenting because you comment. Some people slag me off, and I'm up for that. I don't mind. Say I drink from dirty glasses, and I do sometimes. I do. To be fair, I do. But yeah. I do appreciate everybody who looks in, and it's as much as a journey for me. You know, I love drinking different beers and sharing it, you know, and then talking bollocks for 20 minutes or so. It's nice, you know. It's like I'm getting it out there, because the wife don't want to hear half the shit I talk. Neither does my family. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon. Stay safe, of course, and make sure you wash your bloody hands, you know. In reality, anything that touches your door or comes into your house is an enemy. Spray that. Wipe your doorways, handles, letterboxes, even letters. You've got to spray your fucking letters now, because anything can transmit this disease, and none of us want to come down to it. You only need to see all the shit that's happening in hospitals. I mean, when that many are dying, it's frightening. It's really frightening. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon.